my God, coronavirus. Actually, I just kind of feel normal like everybody else. This is the Daily Landsblog for the 18th of March 2020. This is a great time to talk about the difference between anxiety, the illness, depression, the illness, and just everyday life. Because of coronavirus, I would say that 99% of us are anxious, and probably a big percentage of us are not just worried, but are kind of down by it, kind of blue because of it. And, sometimes depression and anxiety kind of meld together into something that we don't have a name for. That's absolutely normal. So when does anxiety and depression from a crisis in our lives, when does that stop and depression, anxiety, the illness begins? Do you have an answer for that case?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't listening.
Well, you got to listen now because I'm going to ask you a question. What has you down now?
I can't go to exercise class.
Okay, so you can't go to exercise. You can't go to spin.
It's more like thinking we could be in this position for 8 weeks.
Okay, so I ask you this question: If all of a sudden, if tomorrow it was announced that we'd beaten this thing and that you could go back to your regular activities, would the anxiety and the depression or whatever you would call it, would that disappear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't claim to have anxiety or depression. It's
Right,
more
but that's
just
my
stress.
point. I know that you're stressed
Okay.
by this and you're down because,
I'm not down.
well, you did say that before, but now apparently, with the camera on,
I've never used the word down.
Stigma case? Stigma. So here's how I see it. If your depression, anxiety can be alleviated by something good happening, or the thing that's making you anxious getting reversed, or just like a brief respite from it because you go, wow, hey, that was an amazing afternoon. I did this, or I watched a great movie. If you can do that, if you can escape, then that's not the illness. But if you can't escape it, if you know that it's magnified by the fact that there's this crisis happening, but you can't escape it regardless of whether the crisis is alleviated, whether there's good news, you just can't get away from it. That, to me, is the difference between anxiety, depression. Pretty well routine today, except for Casey, who, of course, doesn't have depression, which makes me very happy, Case, by the way. And the difference between that and the illness. Escapability. Can you escape? SickNotWeak.com, 24/365. We're here because we think of shit nobody else thinks of. Who else said to you it's about escapability? Ever heard anyone else say that, Case?
Never.
You know why maybe no one else said it? Maybe it's stupid.
Maybe it's not a word.
But it's unique.
Is it a word?
Escapability? Well, we talk about quarterbacks sometimes. A quarterback who can move in the pocket has escapability. So,
Right.
yeah, all right. I'm going to look it up. Answer tomorrow.